Hello Aries, and welcome to your month of November. So, I meditated on your energy and what spirit popped out here. First rule, what they want to talk about. What they want to talk about. I'm sorry. Wow. Maybe you need to express yourself there. Anyway, I have the 8 of Cups. And that is, when we have that moment when we think, okay, I'm not being fulfilled the way things are. I need something that would fulfill my heart at a higher level than what I am experiencing now. And I am willing to go on that quest. I am willing to go on the search, even though I don't know what shape it's going to take. But I need something to fulfill me more than what I am right now. And the 2 cards that came in the middle, I have the 2 of Pentacle and the 2 of Swords that came out together. So there's a real ambiguity. There's a real 2 sides of a situation where I need to take an inner decision, where I need to keep one reality, not to be in a paradox, and not to put myself through this holding on to something that just makes my emotions up and down, where I cannot receive what I need. But once you do that, here I have the Wheel of Fortune that will actually change the events of your life if you take a decision, if you answer the riddle. Then if not, it will just be the time that passes with the same thing happening. It's the law of life. It's the law of Tarot, Torah, Rota, the wheel of life. Here under you, I have you. Under the 8 of Cups, I have the Page of Wands. Fire sign, your Aries. But that is like communication. You could be receiving a communication or just walking about with that enthusiasm, even though, even though inside you feel you need something more. Or through a communication, you realize that you need something more. Under that ambiguity here, those 2 realities that you're holding on, there they are. This is like, I know I want this, but maybe you've lived this, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. You're looking at the 3 Cups, the times that maybe emotionally things did not work, where you had sorrow and sadness and all of that. Not seeing the 2 Cups that are here. Here they are, the 2 Cups. So holding on to those 2 realities. There. This is a bit like a lack of faith in meeting someone that would be there for us and that we can exchange 2 of Cups and living something, because you look at the times where things did not work and you are saddened by it. And that puts you into a 8 of Swords, a prison, a mental prison. So you have 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords. I know that I am not fulfilled, but I don't truly believe, and I hang on to the past hurts that I had in the past, which prevents me from moving forward. And that is a loop, a karmic loop happening. 2 of Pentacles, because of that paradox that you're holding on. So all of this, of course, 9 of Swords brings you anxiety and worry maybe remorse and things like that. And here, under that decision that needs to be taken, we have the Princess of Pentacles. So that tells me, Princess of Wands, Princess of Pentacles, that tells me that there is an opportunity. Bottom of the deck here, I have the Four of Wands. There's an opportunity of meeting somebody, maybe during the month, where you will be confronted with that paradox of yours. Where will you let your mind and your thoughts and your belief or your negativeness, sorrowness of what happened to the past prevent you from taking that new opportunity? Because after that I have the Eight of Pentacles. So you see the understanding of the wheel of life here with the Sphinx and the one sword can move you from being stuck 8 to 8, actually seeing results of your efforts and growing, being recognized for your craft, for what you do, how you put energy out there and gaining something in return from it. So it's really here at one point there's like a holding on of past pains, even though you're conscious that this situation is not fulfilling you, and that you need an Ace of Cup or a Two of Cup in your life to be fulfilled. You have the right to have that. And so this month maybe you will have the clarity to get yourself out of jail here, mental jail, so that you can accept maybe that Page of Pentacles that is offering you something, or Page of Wands, one or the other, but this is an offering coming towards you. What are you going to do with it? Let's clarify. For Aries, for the month of November, I call the divine, I call the light, I call the Holy Spirit, and I call my guides. Help me clarify this reading for Aries for the month of November. Aries for the month of November. Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Aries? Oh, okay. Well, they put a whole pack, but the first one on top is the Eight of Cups. Ah, okay. So there's the little story. Eight of Cups, Temperance, Nine of Swords that we have here, Two of Swords that we have here, and Queen of Wands. That's you. So what they're saying is that holding on to all that anxiety and those demons coming up and that unsatisfaction, you have to make that decision and understand that what you're holding on from the past there was part of life, part of the experiences, the learning experiences, even the relationships that did not work. Five of Cups here, or that people that left our life, because sometimes that's grieving if somebody actually died. We learned from them. We learned how to love through all these things. This is learning to live and learning to love. Show me the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords. So there's a healing on that kind of that is going to happen to you during the month of November. That's too much. It did not turn around. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. I want to talk about that. So I have the Lovers, which is Also a decision, the Lovers. Balancing and looking at the angel to manifest in our life, making the decision to take the higher road, to climb the mountain of enlightenment, being guided by, here, this is Gabriel, the Archangel Gabriel, that announces and, rising ourselves. So decision, decision. And here I have 6 of Wands. So Wands here, fire, recognition, coming back from war. He suffered in the past, he went to war. And now he comes back and he lets himself shine. Not shine, but radiate and be acclaimed for what he has come through. Yes, we see what you've come through and the heartache that you've had, but now you're at home. This is the past. Now you are among people that recognize you and see you. This is the choice you have to make, to come back from the war. Show me the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune for Aries. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? 4 of Wands, like in the bottom of the deck here. So, 4 of Wands, what is it? This is like a home. And here, Ace of Cup. A new love that can be builded in celebration and happiness, not in sadness and sorrow. Here, those 2 people are welcoming the man from war. Also, yay, this is a celebration. We're happy. There's love. There's a new love. This is what the Wheel of Fortune can bring to you. A new love, a new relationship here. But it's really like having to accept to let go of the past, of maybe letting go of the one that did not work. Truly, not carrying it with you. Actually coming back from war. Princess of Wands. Why is the Princess of Wands here? Queen of Swords. So, I'm happy to see the Queen of Swords under the 2 of Swords. She only has 1 sword. She's looking at this. You know, there's 2 ways. Because there she is. Let's say this is you. This is you looking at this. Okay? The way it is here on my table. So, looking at here, this. So, am I acting Queen of Swords upright, where I learn here my pain, from my pain I turn it into wisdom, understanding that love is important, it was part of life to make me grow. I have 1 sword of truth and I look at things from wisdom. Or I don't transform, I hang on to this. I hang on to this and I just cut out everything that would want to come towards me to protect myself. The best way is to have that, which sword do you keep? But don't keep the sword of this is, I'm still at war, I'm still crying over what has happened and what I've lost, and I'm still in anxiety and worry. Transform it. And you have Temperance here, so you have the opportunity to transform that. Show me the 5 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. I have the Page of Wands and the Devil. So how do you communicate? This is the same question that is happening. Do you communicate the wisdom of your experience? Or do you communicate the sadness and the pain and the anxiety and the worry? Because here there's a way of, and this is under the decision you have to take here, because we have to understand that the Lovers is the opposite of the Devil. You have the same characters here. Do you communicate by elevating yourself, understanding that this was an experience of life, and manifesting from a higher place? Or do you carry this pain with you, okay, which him will make you believe that this is your only reality, you will never know more than sorrow and sadness, and then you would communicate out of that? There's a warning here, because communicating out of only believing that this is your reality, of course it's going to put you in the Eight of Swords. It's a mental prison. He's a slave driver, the Devil, and this would be your prison. Maybe you dealt with a Capricorn also, but here we have the two balance of Page of Wands with the Devil, or Page of Wands with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, we know, can be two ways, depending on the truth she has. If her truth is misery, then she will communicate that and cut you out to make you hurt as much as she did. If her truth is the wisdom behind her experiences after Temperance, you know, then she will communicate completely differently. This is a question of communicating. Which of the two realities are you communicating? Or are you associating with yourself? Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords? Because one builds and the other one puts in jails, makes us stuck, you know, stuck. Four of Pentacles, holding on to the past, to whatever happened, puts you in a mental prison. Mental prison. If you hang on to this, and if this is how you move about in life with your willpower and how you communicate, you're screwing yourself. Nine of Swords. All right. Nine of Swords. The Hermit. Virgo. So this is almost saying the way to get out of your anxiety and your worries, you know, at night not sleeping and maybe passing all of this in your head, is to go within and get your own truth and your light. The Hermit. Find your wisdom and be guided by that light. This is what is going to get you out of anxiety. And I have the King of Wands here, mastering you. This is you. You have to do that. Princess of Pentacles. Oh, see? Ace of Wands. That's it. You have a brand new passion coming in that is going to be offered to you, communicated, maybe by an earth sign. But there's this brand new passion. How are you going to carry it, receive it? From a limited place, that is just because you're holding on to your past pains and you don't want to live this new passion and this new possibility. No, not for me. I will not have anybody. Or from a place of wisdom. Yes, I was hurt in the past, but now I learned the lesson of it, and I will welcome it with my new wisdom and see through it. Let myself be guided by my truth instead of by my worries and my anxieties. Because I could receive from this Eight of Pentacle, and that is the difference between Eight of Sword, Four of Pentacle, and Eight of Pentacle, where I can actually build something and see results of my efforts. So here I have 9. Okay, there you go. So, yes, you're a wounded warrior. Yes, you are. But you have the experience. And that's why that experience has to become wisdom. Because this little cup that is being offered, that Ace of Wands, this is a loving communication that would bring you to the Nine of Cups. It would be a wish fulfilled, emotional satisfaction, going from our Eight of Cups here to our Nine of Cups, but by accepting that cup that is being offered to us. And that is the result of the efforts that you have made, efforts of actually making a decision to come back from war. We stay in war when we keep that our reality. Even if we're back home, we're not in Afghanistan anymore, or Vietnam, or Second World War II, or the hardship of things that we've went through that were hard and that hurt us. By keeping that with us, it keeps us in a prison, and where we relive our thing. So we are still in war, even if we're on our couch and it's not happening anymore. So making the decision to come back from war, to elevate ourselves from the devil to the lovers, where we will choose light, we will choose to climb, accept that new opportunity, and it will free you and bring you emotional satisfaction. You have the right for it. Why would you hang on to the past? I understand sometimes people hang on to the hurts that they have because they want to see justice, or they feel it was unfair, and they will hang on to it until they get from the outside some kind of recognition. But drop that. It's holding on to something like that hurts you more than making the other one pay, because you're holding on to the story. If somebody hurt you, was mean to you, cheated on you, betrayed you, did not support you, that was part of the learning of how we offer our heart, what we accept, what we actually give. Transform it into wisdom so that you can get out of jail and live something beautiful and new for yourself. So this is going to happen to some of you in the month of November. For some of you, it could be just a realization of that. But they're announcing this brand new thing. It will be like, by doing that, opening up the doors of the universe to bring you something like that. So if this resonates for you, that is a bit the lesson about that is coming for you in the month of November. At least seeing that clearly. So I'm gonna send you all my love and light. I'm gonna announce Chinaraé Pratt Horton is the winner of the free reading from the last month's contest for the 1 year anniversary. And I want to thank all of you for the shares and the comments and the thumbs up. It touches me very much, and I'm so grateful. And also thank you so much for the donations I've received during the month. I will do again a special ceremony to give you back and ask the universe to give you back. And this time I'm going to do it on the full moon and on the new moon of the month. So, on this, all my love and light, have a beautiful month of November, Aries.